Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for allowing me to sit in today, and thank you very much, Assistant Secretary Telle and General Graham, for being very gracious with your time today. So I represent the Northern Mariana Islands, and it's a chain of islands, and each of the islands have very different challenges. And I want to start, and I don't really have any questions. I just wanted to be able to have a conversation with you this morning to elevate some of the concerns with regards to the challenges that we are having. So I'm going to start off with the island of Saipan, which is our capital island. Our biggest challenge is shoreline erosion. So recently, we had a tropical storm sometime in July that exacerbated the issue. The wave action was so bad that it unearthed unexploded ordnance on the shoreline, which it consisted of landmines, hand grenades, and just different types of artillery. And this 4,000-foot stretch beach sits adjacent to a publicly owned, actually to the American Memorial Park. And we're working to fix the issue, but obviously permitting and technical support is very much needed from the Army Corps. And in recent conversations, one of the challenges that has been raised is the request for technical support from the Corps has been denied. So I'm looking for the opportunity to be able to collaborate with you to figure out how to, provide that assistance to our community. In addition, we also continue to face challenges with sediment removal in our primary marina, where our boaters dock. Dredging there is very urgently needed, but the issue is delayed in permitting. We've been working with everybody to include the Seabees to figure out how to help and expedite that process. But the issue really is permitting, and getting the technical guidance from the Army Corps is an issue. Another issue that I want to raise: a couple of years ago, actually more than 10 years ago, we paid the Army Corps to do a study to see to figure out basically if the islands of Tinian and Rota could qualify for, could be eligible for the safe and subsistence, I think it's the remote and subsistent, Section 206, remote and subsistent harbors funding through WRDA. We spent a couple million on that study, only to find out that we weren't eligible because of Army Corps interpretation of specific language with regards to eligibility requirements. And I want to be able to, work with you to be able to figure out how do we get, especially the island of Rota, qualified. So as we all know, the ports, having viable ports is very critical to having an economy. Fortunately for the island of Tinian, we do have a lot of Department of Defense activities happening there, and so DOD is working to improve the harbor and the breakwater there on the island of Tinian. But for the island of Rota, funding is very it's very challenging, and it doesn't have the same activities there. And so I'm looking forward to be able to work with you. I just wanted to be here to elevate those issues. We will be following up with a letter shortly here, kind of outlining what I've just discussed. And I also want to take this opportunity to invite the two of you to the Mariana so that you can see exactly what it is that I'm talking about. Thank you very much.
Ma'am, you absolutely have our commitment to work with you on those issues. Many of those I am tracking right now. CNMI, the entire region, is tremendously important, certainly, as you mentioned, to the Department of Defense and to the nation as a whole. Happy to take our general in the Pacific and send them out to meet with you as soon as possible. And then, if possible, I would like to also to have the opportunity to meet you out there. I mean, that's the importance of territory.
Yeah, I mean, there's no better way than just laying eyes on it, right? And so, looking forward to that happening. Thank you so much.
And
thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Threw the gauntlet down on what the Seabees were doing, we're going to have to show up.
Yeah, for sure. I yield my time.